In the meantime, sorry, we should mention Daniel Day, by the way, as we're here, because obviously I don't think he's a man of a great many words when he's not acting. I had the pleasure of meeting him.
He's very shy.
He's a shy man, but he's an intensely talented man. Yeah.
I would regard him as a method actor. And I'd never worked with that before, and I found it quite intimidating.
Was he
as
Christy
did
Brown?
Ray McAnally, as did all of us.
Yeah, he was Christy Brown off.
24. Well,
Okay.
he stayed in character all day long. And he, in the first week, he used to make me go into the canteen with him, and he'd stay in character, and I'd have to feed him his food, and all the rest of the people were up in the bar.
Jim, what are you laughing at?
Drinking pints of Guinness and playing pool,
Yeah,
so
but
I fell for this for a week.
Welcome to Mrs. Brown's world.
Well, I like a fool did it for a week, Now, what the fuck am I doing this for? So then I kind of cottoned on, and I said, listen, feed yourself, baby. I'm going to have to play pool.
That's so funny. Jim, how was it like directing then, that level of intensity? You're probably at the bar having pints with the lads, were you?
It was odd. I remember I was afraid, tell you the truth, Brenda, I was afraid of you and Ray.
Ray McAnally.
Yeah, because you had a big reputation and you didn't suffer fools gladly. And I was like, oh. And then Daniel came into the mix. And I remember the first reading was like nobody understood the word he said. Do you remember that?
No, but you played a trick on us.
I know.
At the read.
Tell us the
trick.
trick.
Do you know what he did the read-through?
No, we're dying to know.
Do you know what a read-through is? And we all sit around a table, all the characters, and you read the play, and you meet the people for the first time, and it's lovely. And we were all sitting in a little tiny room, except Daniel. And we were there for nearly 3/4 of an hour, I think. And then the door burst open, and Daniel came in, being pushed in a wheelchair by Jim, in full character, having worked with him for months behind our backs. And we were so shocked and frightened by it that we couldn't speak. I mean, Fiona Shaw didn't speak for a week. And we felt kind of cheated a little bit because it was kind of secretive. We didn't know what was going on,
Jim, you would like to explain yourself.
Yeah, what had happened was he came over from England and he wanted to get somebody to teach him painting with his left foot. So we got the son, remember, Jean Lambert?
Yes, I remember, yeah.
And we got Jean Lambert and another chap who had cerebral palsy. And Jean had an accident, so that kind of fed into the kind of whole... He was a big champion of disability. And they start painting with their foot, So Daniel started painting with his foot, and I went off. And I went around doing whatever you do on a movie, and I came back 3 hours later, and he was still painting with the foot. And I came back at 5 o'clock, he was still painting with the foot. So I went home and I tried to paint with the foot myself. And I had a cramp after 10 minutes.